What is on my waist? Whoa. You can't see my ponytail. Hi guys! That was worse. Hi guys and welcome back to Irony Completed. Today's video is going to be a products I regret buying video because I was having a little clear out of my makeup collection. I'll say the same thing that I said in the last video. Not everything here I'm getting rid of. Not everything that I'm getting rid of I dislike. I just like to declutter things that I haven't used in a while, throw out things that are out of date. Makeup does go out of date, so it's important that you do that. And just generally I like to not be a hoarder because I have a hoarding personality. Also, I said in my last video I was going to dye the ends of my hair orange, and I did. What do you think? I really like it. I also cut a fringe for myself this morning, but I didn't want like a straight across fringe. I wanted like how I had it before, but curly. And I cut it myself and it looks shit, but I don't care. I think it looks cute. If you want to know what I use to dye my hair, then that will all be mentioned in a haul video that should be going up before this video because I just literally just edited it. What's going on outside? Hi cat! No, not yet, sweetheart. So I'm going to give the universal disclaimer that every single person gives when they do their products I regret buying videos. And that is that just because I dislike these products doesn't mean they are terrible products, doesn't mean that you can't enjoy them, and doesn't mean that I hate them. It just means that they did not work for me and they may well work for you. And if you have any ways that I could use these products, then please let me know. I also have a couple of products that were in my last products I regret buying that I said that I like wasn't sure about them, whether I regretted them or not, but I thought that I regretted them, and I finally made my mind up about those products and they are in this video. Let's start with skincare products. The first skincare product I have is the Emma Hardy Amazing Face Natural Lift and Sculpt Firming Eye Serum. Perfectly perfect eye treatment for eyes that crave youth. So maybe this isn't for me because it's an anti-aging eye serum, but I've used other eye creams that claim to be anti-aging with no problem. I really like the Benefit one, although I'm not buying from them anymore because I went cruelty free. I also really like the Boots No. 7 eye creams. They're like gel ones, they're really nice. This is an expensive eye cream. Emma Hardy is an expensive skincare brand. I didn't pay for this, I got it in a gift set. I don't know where from. That's why I have a small size. Don't scratch my carpet! My problem with this product is the consistency. It has this really snot-like consistency that just does not absorb into the skin. I'm gonna like squeeze a little bit out. See how like sticky that is? It honestly has the consistency of phlegm, and that's not appealing for one thing. I don't really want to put it on my face, but like as you rub it in, you're not gonna be able to see it at all, but as you rub it in, it just doesn't absorb. And I find that I will put on my moisturiser, go to put this eye cream on, pat it in, rub it in just to make sure that it's all blended, and then I will have a line right here of like build up where the product just is not absorbing. So I don't know why I don't like this. I'm just going to use it up because it is just a sample, but I just don't know why I don't like this eye cream. Did I get a bad one? I don't know. And the last skincare product is an Elemis product, and I love Elemis. They're one of my favourite skincare brands generally, but this is the Elemis Fresh Skin Clear Mattifying Moisturiser. My mum got me a whole set of the Fresh Skin range by Elemis, which is a youth range, so it's for less mature skin for people who are in their teens and early 20s, which I'm 20 years old, so this is ideal for me. And the other moisturiser that came in that set was the Soft Skin Moisturiser, which I talked about in an empties video that I lost the footage for. My thoughts on the other moisturiser were that it was fine, it was good, not my favourite, but this one has a really strange consistency. I know that it's for mattifying and I have dry skin, so maybe that's why I don't like it. But first things first, the smell. It smells like witch hazel. I don't know if witch hazel is an active ingredient in here or what, but it really smells, yeah, witch hazel's in there. It really smells like witch hazel and like acne products. It's a quite thick moisturiser, which you wouldn't think for something for oily skin that it would be so thick. It kind of feels like a hand cream, but then you rub it in, the smell lingers for a while, but eventually it does go away, and it does leave your skin feeling quite matte upon initial application. My hand feels mattified and looks mattified and whatever. This does hydrate a little bit as well, but my problem is that after this sinks in for a while, I go to touch my face and it just feels tight and dehydrated and silicone-y. is the only way I can put it. And I think that the main problem with this is just that it's not for my skin type. Maybe this does work if you have oily skin, but this definitely isn't my favourite moisturiser I've ever tried. Again, because it's a small size, I will just continue to use it up, and what I tend to use this moisturiser for is if I'm going to be working out that day, or if it's really, really hot, then I'll put this on, because it does seem to control shine a little bit, but it's just not my favourite. Let's move on and talk about the two products I have that were in my last products I regret buying video. One of them is a Makeup Revolution Salvation Velvet Lacquer. This is the one I kept. I had two in my last video, a dark purple and this colour. I gave the dark purple to my housemate and I kept the colour Velvet Rebel because it's just such a beautiful colour, such a me colour if you know the kind of lip products that I really like to wear. My problem with this product is the formula. It is so drying. Look, it swatches beautifully, it's such a lovely full-time colour, but it just dries the crap out of my lips, and it feels flaky as well. And I can deal with drying liquid lipsticks because I understand that liquid lipsticks are drying, but the fact that this feels like my lips are literally flaking off and I can pick the lip product off with my fingernails, that just, I can't do it. I tried to use this as an eyeliner because I know that people are really into using liquid lipsticks as eyeliners lately, and so am I. I use a lot of my liquid lipsticks as eyeliners. It didn't work for that either. It transferred all into my crease, and none of the other liquid lipsticks that I use do that, and it did it even when I used an eye primer. So just, I'm gonna get rid of this product now. Similarly, this is a really similar colour. This is the NYX Intense Butter Gloss in Toasted Marshmallow. I love this colour and I love the smell and I love the formula. I think my problem is that I should not have got such a dark colour. Oh, it smells like toasted marshmallows. This is so pigmented. Like, so pigmented and so glossy. Can you see that, like, high shine? That when I put this on my lips, it just bleeds. It just bleeds everywhere. And I think that if I bought an intense butter gloss, or maybe even one of the regular butter glosses in a nude or a pink, then I would probably really, really like it. But I think that this is just too dark of a colour to be in this formula. So I would say that if you're going to get an intense butter gloss, go for a lighter colour because the dark ones just bleed too much. I hope this is in vaguely the same position that it was before, but I had to stop filming and let my mum into the house, and then I had to delete some stuff off my memory card. I'm going to carry on with the theme of lip products. I think the last thing I talked about was the NYX Butter Gloss, maybe. This is another thing that's in a really similar colour family. This is the Makeup Revolution Collection shade Rebel with a Cause, and I actually largely bought this because the name is Rebel with a Cause. When you look at it swatched, it's like, oh, that's a pretty colour. It's really similar to those other two, like I said, and what could possibly be wrong with this £1 lipstick? Well, I thought it was matte. It's not the matte formula, it's like the regular formula, and it kind of has the same problem where it just feels a little bit too slippy for such a dark colour. And my other problem is that it's not really pigmented. It looks pigmented in this swatch because I built it up, but if I just do like one pass over it, like, that's not pigmented at all, and it really annoys me because it's such a dark colour. Mum, be quiet please! I said to be quiet please! I am filming.
Just give me a minute to get my shoes off, my hands washed, and I'll be there. Okay?
Thanks. Yeah, with such a dark colour you kind of want it to be pigmented, and this is not pigmented, as you can see from that swatch there. It's just not pigmented. The other reason I'm getting rid of this is opening up my makeup drawer. It's really, really similar colour to the Urban Decay After Dark lipstick, which is really, really similar of a colour, but a million times better formula because this is a matte lipstick. This is one of their Matte Revolution lipsticks, but it is still available as a matte in the Vice formula as well. So if you want a colour similar to this Rebel with a Cause by Makeup Revolution, I know this is way more expensive, but it's just such a better quality lipstick. There are probably other colours as well that are cheaper that are better too. It's just, that's the closest colour dupe that I have, and I don't need two of them. With lip products, because all these products seem to be lip products, this is the Revlon Ultra HD lipstick in the colour Rose. Number one, I'm not really a pink person, and this is a pink lipstick. I got this in a beauty box, so I didn't actually pay for it. I paid for the box. It's a nice pink. It's a pink that I like. It's not too bright, not too Barbie, not too cool toned. It's a nice, like, dusty rose kind of colour. Rose is a good descriptor. It's just a really strange formula to me. It's really, really slippy lipstick, like way too creamy to be coloured. It feels like a balm, which is nice. It's pretty pigmented if you build it up a couple times. Like one pass over, again, isn't that pigmented, which is strange when it's named HD lipstick. You think that it'd be like insanely nicely pigmented. It isn't. And those are my main problems with it, really. It's not HD, it's just disappointing. It's not terrible, it's just disappointing, and also a colour that I'm not the biggest fan of. Another problem that I have with it is that the way it closes, like a little bit of the lipstick sticks up, and like then when you put it back in the cap, that gets smushed in the cap, which is really annoying. Also, it smells strange. It smells like, not in a bad way necessarily, just not in a way that I would want to put on my lips. And I can't quite name how it smells, but it's not something that I want on my mouth. This is another drugstore lip product, and this one I'm keeping because I love it. It's just, I wish I'd picked a better colour. This is the NYX Lip Lingerie in Lace Detail. No. This is the NYX Lip Lingerie in Satin Ribbon, which is a really, really pretty colour. It just washes me out so badly. Where should I swatch this? That's a swatch of the product there. It's just not the kind of nude that I would usually go for. It's a very, very pale nude, paler even than what I have on right now. And I find that because it's such a pale colour, it's a little bit streaky, whereas the darker colour that I have in the NYX Lip Lingerie formula, which is this one, Bedtime Flirt. This one isn't streaky, but this one is streaky, I think because of the pale colour. And it also really exaggerates dryness on my lips because the pale colour kind of catches on the dry flakes, whereas again the darker colour doesn't really do that. So I'll swatch the Bedtime Flirt next to it to see the difference. There's a swatch of Bedtime Flirt next to Satin Ribbon. I just prefer the colour of Bedtime Flirt a lot more. I will keep Satin Ribbon because I think it'll be a really good colour to put in the centre of a darker nude lip, and I can wear it with a lip liner and it looks completely fine. I have worn it a couple times. It's just, if you are a pale girl like me and you have kind of a similar undertone and skin tone to me, then I would not recommend going for Satin Ribbon. I would go for a darker nude in this range. And the last product that I regret buying in terms of lip products is a packaging problem, and this is the OCC Ready to Wear Lip Tart. I have two of these, and I talked about the other colour of these that I have in my last product I regret buying video because it's like a grey and I just didn't realise how dead it would make me look. This is Memento, and I love this colour. I wore it yesterday actually. I really, really, really like it, and I love the formula. I would buy more of these. My problem with this is I don't know if you can see that the cap is completely cracked. I paid good money for this OCC lip tart and the cap is completely cracked, and I didn't even like do anything crazy to it. It's got like two little cracks here at the base, and then it's got two big cracks, and product leaks out of those cracks, and that drives me crazy. So this is not a product I regret buying in the sense that I would never ever ever purchase one of these again, because I'm looking into getting more colours. The packaging just sucks. OCC, what the hell? This was not a cheap product. Why is this such cheap plastic packaging? I have two mascaras to talk about. One of them is a sample size, and I didn't buy it. My grandma gave me it in a little spring kit that I think she got free with something that she bought at Boots. This is the Boots No. 7 Extreme Length Waterproof Mascara. I think this is probably just because it's a sample size, but the product doesn't get on the bottom of the brush. It just doesn't. There's like a little patch of brush at the bottom where there's no product that's going on there, and you have to like pump it in there to evenly disperse the product on the brush. This just does nothing for my eyelashes. I saw the wand and I thought that it looked okay because it's kind of a similar wand to like Benefit They're Real and the Collection waterproof one that I just got that I like, and other mascaras that I enjoy. It's that plastic spiky bristled wand, but these are more like rubberized bristles, and it's a very flexible wand, and it just does nothing for my lashes. Really does nothing for my lashes, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend this mascara. I actually don't like any No. 7 mascaras really. There are a couple that I'm okay with, but No. 7 mascaras aren't my fave. And the other one I'm really disappointed in and really sad about. This is the Kiko Extra Sculpt Volume Mascara. It's the coolest packaging ever. It's this like 3D shiny black, like the packaging is amazing. I bought this because Kathleen Lights, basically. She said in loads of videos that the Kiko Extra Sculpt Volume is her favourite mascara of all time, and she uses it in a ton of tutorials and she talks about it all the time. And the other reason that I bought this is because the wand is hourglass shaped. I don't know if you can see that it's like kind of like the Too Faced Better Than Sex wand. But I don't know whether it's the formula or the fact that the bristles are more spaced apart on this one than on the Too Faced one, but this just doesn't do much for my eyelashes. I am going to keep this and I'm going to use it up, but this is definitely more of a no makeup day mascara, and I like high impact mascaras. I'd definitely say go for the Soap and Glory Thick and Fast Lash over this, or the Collection Fast Define Stroke or whatever, or the Too Faced Better Than Sex. Any of those are way better than this, and although I will keep this and use it up, I won't be repurchasing it because it was like £8 something as well. The last eye product that I have isn't a regret because I got this as part of a palette, but this is the Benefit Cream eyeshadow, what are they called? Creaseless cream eyeshadows, I think. I didn't buy this little sample size. I got it free in the World's Sexiest Neutrals palette that I have, along with Bikini Teeny, which I really like Bikini Teeny as a cream eyeshadow actually. This one is Holy Smokes, and it's a metallic-y light charcoal grey kind of colour, right? The reason I regret buying this is because it's kind of really sheer. And I'm not sure whether the other one is sheer as well and it just doesn't show up because it's a light colour, but that is a sheer cream eyeshadow. And I already had in my collection this Maybelline colour tattoo in Immortal Charcoal, which is basically a better version of the exact same colour. Look how much more opaque and pigmented that is. It's a slightly lighter grey, but it basically gives the exact same effect. And the times when I use a grey base like this is when I'm putting a purple look over the top to intensify the purple. If you use a black or grey base, it makes the purple pop more. So I would say that if you're looking for a grey cream eyeshadow and you aren't cruelty free, because obviously neither of these brands are cruelty free, I would skip out on the Benefit one and just get the cheaper alternative, because Maybelline colour tattoos are pretty good, but like I said, they're just not cruelty free, which is why I'm not buying anymore. Let me wipe these swatches off my hand. And the last two products that I have are face products. This one is a bit of a shocker because I actually had this in a favourites video. This is the Dream Velvet Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation from Maybelline. I really liked this when I first bought it. I loved it. It's a really nice finish on the skin, like a semi-matte kind of between a dewy and a satin, I would say. And it feels really nice on the skin. It's definitely hydrating and suitable for combo or dry skin people who want a like semi-matte finish. Although it was a little bit difficult to work with, I still really enjoyed it. Then I accidentally left this at home when I went back to uni, and I was only at uni for 6 weeks. As soon as I got home, I picked this up and I shook it up loads because I thought, oh, it's probably been like settling, so I should shake it up before I use it again. And I shook it up loads because, like I said, it had been sitting for a while, but when I squeezed it out, loads of oil came out and it had like separated from the product, and every time since when I've squeezed this out, there's been like an oily residue left behind, which honestly grosses me out. Ever since I left it, it's not sat the same on my skin either. For some reason, ever since I started using it again after the 6 weeks, it separates in the centre of my face, and I do not have oily skin by any means. I have very kind of normal to dry skin, and this just does not sit the same on my skin as it did when I first bought it. So maybe I was a little bit preemptive by putting it in a favourites video. I had been using it for over a week or two and I had really liked it in the time that I'd used it, but I kind of have to retract my statement because I don't like this anymore. I don't like this anymore. It does not sit the same, and it shouldn't have separated in that short of a time either. But I understand that if you leave a product it will separate, but this says that it lasts 12 months, so the formula should not have changed this significantly in less than 2 months. It's really annoying, honestly. And the last product that I have is a Makeup Revolution blush. I have said that I liked this before. I don't think it was ever in a favourites video, but I have said that I liked this before, and honestly this isn't even necessarily this specific blush because the formula is fine. This is what this blush represents, which is this tone of blush. I don't know why I keep buying pink sparkly blushes, because this is a pink blush with silver sparkles in it, and these blushes look awful on my skin tone. I think in the pan it looked like a softer pink than what it actually shows up on the cheeks, but on the cheeks it shows up as kind of a bright pink, and these just don't suit me. I like peaches, I like mauves and dusty pinks, but I do not like bright ass pinks, and this is a bright ass pink on my cheeks. It makes me look like I'm sunburnt, it makes me look like I have a rash, and I just don't like it. I much prefer this kind of blush look that I've got going on today, which is Becca Flower Child. This formula is fine. If you like this kind of colour, then it will work for you. And I would buy more Makeup Revolution blushes. In fact, I own at least one more that I do like. I just would not ever repurchase this tone of blush for me personally, because they just don't look good on me. That is everything for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did and you'd like to, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. What was I doing on my hand then? Wow. If you want to follow me on Twitter, Tumblr or Instagram, they will all be linked down in the description, along with everything that I'm wearing and what's on my face right now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!